All right, ladies, you're over 40 and ready to get into the best shape of your life in 2025. Stop overcomplicating it. Today, I'm going to share with you 3 things that you need to master to crush your fitness goals this year. They're simple, effective, and they freaking work. So before we dive in, welcome to my channel. If you don't know me, I'm Desiree Walker. I'm a transformational coach for women. Through fitness, nutrition, and mindset, I help women step into their healthiest and strongest lives. And tip number 1, we've got to master the basics. Yes, we all love the shiny new objects. We all love finding the very most perfect protein powder or the most filtered water possible. Like these small, little details that really in the long term do not matter. I'm all for saunas and cold plunges, but if you don't have the basics mastered, the type of supplements that you take, whether you do a sauna or a cold plunge, is really not going to make a dent in your health unless you master these. And number 1, I feel like it's one of the most important for women, is strength training, lifting those weights, ladies, resistance training. It is something that your muscles need, your body needs, your hormones. Your hormones need that to actually be balanced. They need you to work your muscles. You need to strengthen them through progressive overload with strength training workouts. Yes, cardio is great and good, but when we lose muscle, our whole health deteriorates, and we lose it so much faster after 40. So strength training at least 2 times a week, 3 to 5 more optimally. But if you're not doing any, start out at 2 times a week, strength training. Number 2, nutrition, the foundations of nutrition. And a lot of women like to really skip on the protein. And that is what our body needs so incredibly much. That is the macronutrient that is an essential macronutrient that we must get from our food sources, such as carbohydrates. It's not as essential as protein because there are essential amino acids. So we have to ingest that in a quantity that's going to help us recover, in a quantity that's optimal for our body to build muscle, to retain muscle, so our metabolism, which will remain healthy. And our muscle is actually an organ. It's the biggest organ with our skin in our whole entire body. So to keep that healthy, we have to have adequate protein. Adequate protein meaning 0.7 to 1 gram per pound of body weight. So at least around 100 grams a day. You don't have to be meticulously tracking it, but know if you're getting around that 100 gram mark a day. And if you're vegetarian, a vegan, no problem. Reach for those meat sources of protein, like your tofu, your lentils, your tempeh, your beans. There are a lot of options. Your protein powders, your vegan protein powders are very good options if you're vegetarian. And number 3 that comes into the basics is sleep. So incredibly important. We can eat the best, we can work out, have the most perfect workout, but if we're not allowing our body to have adequate sleep and recovery, then those things go down the drain. Our physical fitness goes down the drain. Our mental fitness goes down the drain. Our ability to tolerate stress goes down the drain. So getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night, non-negotiable if you want to be at your peak fitness in 2025. And the other thing is how we manage our stress. Of course, exercise is going to help incredibly. Sleep is going to help incredibly, but we all need other tools to help when life gets a little bit rocky. For me, I love having a morning routine where I meditate and journal into gratitude. That works wonders. Breath work is another tool that I use to manage my stress. So we need to have those tools in the toolbox along with our sleep, along with our nutrition, and along with our strength training. You get those basics down, freaking nail those basics, and you are 90% there. Tip number 2. Consistent, imperfect action trumps inconsistent, perfect action every time. Y'all, consistency wins. Imperfect consistency is trumps it all. Like, life is messy. Our schedules are going to get bogged down. Like, we're going to miss our workouts. We're going to forget to do our food prep. We're going to miss a meal here or there. But the thing that gets us, especially when we start out on our fitness journey in January, is that we think it has to be perfect. So when we mess up, when things don't go completely as planned, we completely throw in the towel. And there we are at the same place we were last year. Like, this past week, it almost happened to me. I woke up, it's like, normally I do my workouts outside, and it was bitterly cold this week. And I almost skipped my workout because I couldn't do it outside. And I was like, my motivation completely plummeted. I was like, oh man, I just can't work out. It's too cold. And when I actually replayed that thought in my head, I'm like, what am I thinking? I grabbed my dumbbells from the room back behind me here, got my mat, stayed in my pajamas, and I didn't do the same workout I was going to do outside with my barbells, but I got it done. I got my workout in. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't exactly how I had it planned, but it was in. And I got it done. I showed up and did it. And that's what counts when it comes to making progress with your fitness, is that consistency is so important. And then tip number 3, it's going to be hard. Yep, it's going to be hard. And some days it's not going to be fun. But you have to learn to embrace the hard. We're so excited. At January 1st, many of us have maybe new gym memberships. We have our new workout leggings on. We are so set maybe with our new pre-workout drink or electrolytes, and we're all set to hit the ground running. And then 2 weeks into our plan, oh my gosh, we start to feel it. It starts to, oh my gosh, all that new excitement is not there. The energy that we had when we first started, completely gone down the tubes. We're sore. We're tired. Life is starting to happen. Our schedules are really starting to muck up things. The kids are involved in their after school activities, and we're running them around everywhere. And it just gets to be oh my God, too much. But that is when you're you know what? I knew this was going to be hard. I knew this was not going to be fun. You got to learn to embrace that. And when you do that, number 1, you lower that expectation that it's going to be easy. Don't go into it thinking it's going to be easy. And number 2, you grow stronger from that. And that's the whole point, it's not to make it so easy that it's just rainbows and butterflies every day, but to really look forward to the challenge, because you know that it's making you stronger. When you walk into the gym, you're oh man, I really don't want to be here. Flip that story. No, I am here, and what I'm doing today is going to level me up for tomorrow. And embrace the challenge. Embrace the hard, because that's what's going to catapult you to making it the fittest year yet in 2025. So those are my 3 tips. Stick to the basics. Make it as simple as possible when it comes to your strength training, to your nutrition, to your sleep, to your stress management. Foundations win. Number 2 is consistency. So important. Consistency, imperfect consistency trumps perfect consistent action every day. And number 3, embrace the hard, because that's what makes you grow. All right, y'all. If you enjoyed this, please be sure to like and subscribe, and join me tomorrow. I'm doing 365 of YouTube, either in shorts. Sometimes I will upload a short and long form. So join me tomorrow. Follow my journey this year, and I cannot wait to see you in the next episode.